but really are the coldest. It's been snowing nonstop since they've been here. You know how much snow I shoveled in the past couple of days? It should be a fucking Olympic sport. Anyways, it's cold, so don't mind the hat, okay? You guys know why I'm here. I'm gonna be talking about the concert now. It's 5:57 right now. Hopefully you guys saw my beautiful footage, okay? I rushed as quickly as I could to upload it. It's like partially copywritten, so I was like, well, that's great. But anyhow, if you see there in the playlist, there's 2 videos this time. Okay, so let's talk about what happened that day. I recorded that video, right? Then I got to the venue, right? And then I'm looking for my seat. So if you're looking at this, right? If Lisa had all the money in the world, I could have been sitting right there, but these tickets cost like $3 grand, so I'm good where I was sitting. So I'm looking for my seat, right? I see one boy in close proximity to where my seat should be, right? But I don't know exactly where I'm sitting. So I go up to him because I see nobody else, right? Doors open at like 6:30. I don't remember what time. So nobody's there. Everybody's in like the merch line and whatnot. Speaking of which, all the light sticks are sold out. But anyhow, I see this boy sitting there. I go up to him and I'm like, yo, do you know where I'm sitting? Like, these are my seats. Like this is my ticket, right? This, like, help me here, right? So he lights up and he looks at me and he's like, look, you're sitting right beside me. And I was like, oh my god, I'm sitting beside a fanboy. I could tell he's nervous because he's drinking, right? And all I can smell is alcohol. And I was like, holy shit. So this is how I end up meeting Jordan, right? So now I'm going to talk you guys through what happened. So I go to sit beside him. And he's telling me how he feels like a fake fan because he said he saw a couple clips of aespa on TikTok and he listened to some of their songs on Spotify and now he's here because he said his friends they didn't come with him. I was like, okay. So then he was telling me he was from Markham. I'm like, oh god, all the Markham people, like all the fun people from Markham, you know what I mean? So he said he's from that side, but he's been living in Toronto. And he was telling me how this is his first concert, right? And he was telling me he's nervous and he feels like a fake fan. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, you got so lucky. Like, I'm a fucking veteran. You don't understand like how important it is that you're sitting beside me right now. So then I turned to him and I'm like, who's your favorite then? Right? And he told me Winter. He's like, I'm really excited to see her solo. And I was like, when I was telling him to, I'm gonna be recording, so I'm like, scream as much as you want, guy. I really want to capture that on the footage, right? Because I can't scream. It's fucking annoying. No one wants to hear me ugly scream. But he's being so mindful of me recording that I can't catch him. But I did catch him during her solo, right? So she can hear him cheering for her. But I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't cut the footage because he talks at the start and at the end. Every time I'm recording, he doesn't make a sound. Anyhow, he had to roughly be my age. But then, I don't know, I didn't ask. Anyways, he told me, he's like, this is my first time. I don't know what I should be wearing to these concerts. So he's like, I was in the merch line, bought a sweater, and I'm like, you look pretty good. I was like, you smart. I'm like, it's fucking cold, and everybody here's like half naked, but they look so good, right? So then later, when people start coming in, one more girl sits beside him, because we were like sitting there, we're trying to figure out, I was like, who's gonna sit beside you, right? And then like a mother and daughter sat behind us, right? According to what he said, because I wasn't paying attention to anything around me, right? I'm like, all I know is that he's next to me and I gotta get this footage. But he was telling me he's like somewhere midway through the show, like the mother and the daughter left, and I was like, oh, maybe they weren't feeling well, I don't know. But anyhow, he was telling me how he likes Winter blonde, right? And I'm like, we're watching all the clips. I'm like, she's blonde and everything, but at the concert, she's not. I was like, oh god. And then I don't know which song, because I think the concert was so good because I had so many opportunities to drop my hands and relax my hands, right? So when I was doing that, like when I stopped recording, I was just like, I'm gonna take a break. He pulled out his phone. He's like, I'm gonna get this picture of Winter. I don't know which stage it was, but he took a picture and I was like, it looks so good. He's sending it to everybody. I'm like, yeah, make them jealous for not showing up with you. It's fucking hilarious. He should have been in the photo. right? It would have been so nice. But anyhow, where we were sitting too, people were right before the concert was starting, because you know how they play the music videos. People are recording dance challenges right in the front there, and he's getting even more nervous. He's like, I hope the camera doesn't fucking flip to me. He's like, I don't know the choreo. And then he was like, I haven't watched any of the music videos. He's like, I'm seeing this for the first time. I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. It's fine. uh Yeah, he was super nice. You can hear him in the footage. I hope Winter can hear it. Anyhow, let's go through this now. Oh, okay. First thing I gotta bring up, right? aespa does the same thing DPR does with the fucking music. Like, the concert version of the songs are 10 times better than the actual songs. You know what I mean? Like, I hear this and I was like, this is the sound. How come I don't hear this when the recording comes out? Anyways, I think I got a good cut of everybody, but I hate that my phone can't pick up how pretty they are. Like, goddamn, it was so nice, and I was like, my stupid phone can't pick up this. And how many times I gotta tell you guys not to wear white when the fucking lights are directly on you guys? Like, you guys turn to ghosts. Ugh. Anyways, I did my best. And then at the same time, I was like, the way I cut the concert footage is different from how I would cut the music videos, from how I would cut the actual audio, right? Because I have favorite parts in different ones in each of them, right? And I'm like, man, it's not in the footage here. I had to cut it so it flowed nice, right? Oh, but I told you guys, I knew they were gonna do well. They did so good. I know, but anyways, what were the odds I was gonna sit beside Winter's fanboy? Jesus. Okay, let's see. He really wanted to see Supernova, so he's like, oh yeah. So because he was drinking, he's like, I really need to piss, but I don't want to like miss this song, right? So, oh my god, he was funny. He made sure to stay for Supernova and Whiplash. Did you guys like my cuts? I was like, I can't leave in the full songs, but I'm like, some of these things I don't want to cut. Like, I leave in Winter Solo because of Jordan, and then I leave in most of Hold On Tight and Whiplash and almost Armageddon, you know? I almost got all of it. Anyways, look at aespa trying to like eliminate the distance between me and the crowd. What the fuck? Oh, they did so well. Spicy got copywritten, so like this video's partially copywritten. So if you watch the other video, like I had to replace the audio there so you guys could see the video. Yeah, see, aespa is smart too. They did the other thing, just like DPR, where they have like the really, really pretty backgrounds. So I'm like, I gotta keep all those clips in there so you guys can see this. But I'm like, my phone can't capture the prettiness. Ah. Oh yeah, when you guys did Hold On Tight, I was like, you guys didn't tease Ning Ning here. It would have been hilarious. Ah. You nailed it. Loved it. Okay, moving on. How come you guys didn't sell Pink Hoodie merch? Damn it. That was a missed opportunity. Yeah, that's just my favorite girl group. Like, who else is gonna be this top tier? I didn't know whether I should have left Navis in there. I did anyway, so I'm like, I don't know if we leave her in there. Then we got Whiplash. Oh my god. See, look at the runway. Look at this. Oh. If I was closer, I wouldn't have had these problems. The footage would have been so clean. I love watching you guys work. I had to take off work to watch you guys work. It's so much fun. And it's kind of nuts that I record you guys with the same phone I'm recording myself with right now. It would have probably came out better if I had my DSLR, but they don't let you bring in big ass cameras. And I was like, ah. The ending clip that I have here is like the prettiest one I got. Because like you see like all the lights, they turned off most of the lights so now you can see them really well. And I liked how that ending clip was. I was like, oh, I could have like add them all to that one, but I'm like, I don't know. They'll see it when they see it. Anyways, they're smart too, right? So like because it's snowing and whatnot, usually when these concerts go on, people are doing dance challenges outside or whatever. But nobody could do it because there was snow everywhere. So it was smart that during the concert they're doing this now, right? And because they're doing this now, you can see the people and what they're wearing, right? So like I have Drama here, and you can see I saw a lot of people dressed in Supernova and Drama outfits, right? So like it was really, really nice. So I'm like, this is a really smart way where you can start seeing how people are going to these concerts. Anyways. Yeah, that was aespa. That's the best one so far because they took elements from all the other ones and then they added the because I told you guys I want to be able to get what these people are wearing, right? So that was nice. Next one's gonna be 127. Oh god. aespa's been the best one because look how long the footage is. I couldn't cut it down from 24 minutes. I was like, oh god. As soon as I finished editing the footage, I was like, their next album's gonna be really good, right? Because I could feel it. I was like, I could feel this thing sell. It's gonna be their best-selling album. And then this morning when I checked, I was like, oh my god, they just announced they're gonna drop a new album. I'm like, oh god, I know it's gonna do well. And then, oh yeah, this ending clip here. Winter's like, what's? She's asking what's good here. All the people here, it was so. I think Jordan was the one that screamed nothing. Because most of the people here, there's nothing, like, you get sick of everything here, right? There's nothing good here. And I was like, if you guys tell them that, they're not gonna want to come back. Yeah, it depends on what you're craving for food. I can't give you a recommendation because I barely eat. Like, I'm supposed to be eating now. Look, you want to see what dinner is right now? See, look, it's a well-balanced diet, right? I've got mashed potatoes, a pine tart, and some hot Cheetos because I need flavor. And an orange because we always need fruit. Everybody around here fucking sick. So anyhow, yeah, I don't have any food recommendations for you. I can't help you there. Most of the time people come here for like clothes and stuff. They don't come here for food. And the times you're supposed to come for food is like late evening, early morning. If we go downtown, because that's when all the fun stuff opens up. But I can't recommend anything because I've never been there that late to check it out, right? Anyways, I sent the clips to everybody. Especially Ayla. Because I know she knows the choreo. I think to Whiplash. Or Supernova. I don't remember. One of them. I'm like, this would have been so much fun if you were here. Yeah, so that was on the Thursday. Then the Friday. Friday's not Valentine's Day now, right? So remember how I told you in the office? So tomorrow's my 1 year, right? So we're gonna get cake and we're gonna celebrate. Remember how I told you one of my coworkers, the one that's my favorite? She's on vacation for a good couple of days, so she's not gonna be there tomorrow. So I was like, I'm off Friday, so I'm like, since we're gonna have cake tomorrow, I'm gonna go get her a small cake. So I went downtown. Remember how I took that picture with all the? Is that why you guys came here during like Valentine's Day time? Is because of all the sweet stuff? Is that what you wanted me to recommend you? They only look nice. They don't taste good, right? People eat with their eyes and not with their mouth. I swear to God. Anyhow. So I was like, I know the stuff's gonna be fresh down there. So I'll pick up like her piece of cake to give her on Friday. And I'm like, it's Valentine's Day. I'm gonna like, and I'm off that day. I'm like, I'll give everybody flowers, right? I told you I was gonna channel flowers as energy. So I go downtown, pick up the cake for her. I picked up 2, right? Because I'm gonna try it too, because I don't know if it's good. Pick up some cakes, pick up some tarts, pick up a pie. The pie is downstairs. I kind of want a slice of that now. And some macarons. They're heart-shaped. They're heart-shaped macarons in a box. I have the empty box over there, but anyhow. I get all that from downtown. Then I go to pick up the flowers, because if you buy flowers from downtown, it's like quadruple the price, right? So I go where I know I can get flowers. I think I got like, I wasn't gonna buy roses. I was like, I fucking hate roses. So I was like, I'm gonna go get some carnations, because that's like my favorite one, right? And I know like the others aren't gonna hate it. So I go and get like 12 carnations for like $6, right? So I'm like, okay, I got the desserts, right? And the snacks, and I dressed back up in the dress and everything so they could see how I looked, right? Because they didn't get to see me. The first thing, remember the Spanish lady? First thing she's gonna tell me is, you didn't take a picture. How am I gonna know how you looked when you were at the concert? I'm like, I'm by myself. I don't want to point the camera at me, right? Anyhow, so I know she's gonna complain. So I'm like, I'll dress back up so she can get a good view of me, right? All dolled up, grabbed all the bakery stuff, grabbed the flowers, get to work, right? As I'm passing the front desk, I'm telling the front desk, because she's got a basket of heart-shaped lollipops. And she's like, Lisa, what are you doing in today? And I was like, surprise floral delivery. So she's like, here, have a lollipop. And I'm like, I'll come back for this. I'll give you your flower on my way out, right? So I get into the office. Clearly everybody's working because nobody knows me walk in. I get to my desk, drop everything because I'm like, oh my god, there's so much weight that I have to fetch around. I don't remember who saw me first. But then as soon as one of them saw me, everybody saw me and they all stopped working. I was like, go back to work before I get in trouble. Because I could see my supervisor in the window. And I was like, don't let him know I'm here. I don't want to get scolded. And they're not listening. They're like, it's Friday. We want a break. You're a good excuse to have a break. I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm getting in trouble now. I was like, I'm not here. Go back to work. Like, what the fuck? So then I go to her and I give her the piece of cake. Because she's looking at me. She's like, oh, you didn't have to, but you did. And I was like, yeah, of course I did. What? I could have really used her help today. I was like, oh, I had to deal with shit. And I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. And I don't want her to come back and be like, Lisa, why'd you fuck this up? And I was like, well, I didn't understand what was going on. So I gave her, so everybody's looking at me, right? And they're like, what the hell are you doing here? And I was like, I come bearing gifts. And then they all shut the fuck up. And I was like, you're not gonna get any if you're gonna keep making a fucking fuss over it. So then they go back to work. So then I give her the cake. And then I pull out the flowers. And then I give everybody one. Then they made me spin around and go a couple of times till I was dizzy to look at my dress. They asked me how the concert was. Because my other coworker, he kept saying, he's like, it's gonna get canceled, it's gonna get canceled. I was like, shut the fuck up, no it's not! I could say that with fucking certainty, but they're not gonna understand. Anyhow. And Grandpa wasn't there that day. Oh my god, Trevor was telling me, he's like, he left the fridge open again. I was like, old man, the milk's gonna spoil, what you doing? Doing too much sure shit. Anyhow. He keeps calling me Junior. He's passing the torch to me, and I'm like, I can't feel your shoes. I'm not that stupid. Oh my god, which brings me to the next point. So I had headphones in, right? Because I tune them out because I don't like listening to the shit the old man just talk about, right? So he sits beside this other guy, right? The song ended, so I pulled off, I don't know, I think I like took off the headphones for a second. I don't remember why. But then all I hear as they were talking, they're like, like, I had to tune into this part of the conversation, right? They're like, oh, if you need CPR, Lisa's over there. And I was like, bitch, that ain't happening. I was like, you know I make money, right? And they look at me confused. They're like, what's that supposed to mean? And I was like, well, I ain't giving you CPR. I'll pay for your funeral. He's a dead man if you're expecting me to fucking give you mouth to mouth. That ain't happening. Dirty old man, I tell you, god fucking damn it. Yeah, I don't know how it got to that, and we all started laughing. It was hilarious. And then they wonder why I have headphones in all the time. I gotta listen to fucking shit like this. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm at the office. He wasn't there. Okay, so then we get to my supervisor now. Because I know he's not gonna want flowers. I didn't buy him one. Oh look, I got the macarons. So all the women in the office, I gave flowers. And then for all the guys, I gave them desserts. But most of the guys weren't there, but my supervisor was there. So I was like, here. So I get to his office. He's looking at me. He's like, what in the fuck are you doing here? So I was explaining to him what was going on, right? I told him concert was yesterday. I came to show off the dress. And surprise floral delivery. Then he's looking at me and he's like, what flowers? And I was like, you don't get one. And I told him, I brought macarons for you instead. And then he looked at me and he's like, isn't that expensive? And I was like, yeah, but it's like one day of the year. Why not? So he's looking at me. He's like, I don't want to take this from her. I was like, but he's like, at the same time, he's like, I know it's going to taste good. So I'm like, I gave it to him. And he was so happy for the rest of the day. He was like, it was worth coming to work that day. If Grandpa was there, I would have given him one. But anyways, I had cassava chips today, so I gave him some of that. He was so happy. But I'm like, he did the fridge thing again, right? I know, don't question them. Eating Cheetos with a fork. Aaron just says the same thing. He's like, Lisa, what the fuck? But I'm like, I don't want to get Cheeto dust hands, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's everybody on my side, right? Then the other side of the office where Michelle and them sit, she's looking at me and she's like, oh, you look so pretty, but you're probably gonna freeze, right? I was like, nah, I'm good. She asked me how the concert was. I left a macaron for Yogi too, but I didn't get to see him. He told me it tasted good. He texted me. He texted me while I was at the concert too, because like normally I text all the guys and everybody and telling them what's going on. He's probably expecting me to, but I didn't. Because I'm like, it's Espa, and there's gonna be a ton of fanboys here anyways. Like, I don't need more male energy near me. He said, "Oh, I'm glad you're having fun." I'm like, "I'm at work." I'm like, "You're such a good cook, such a good worker. No wonder you got Employee of the Year." I didn't see him today. I would have showed him the footage. He probably would have seen it already. Like the one clip I have on there. Cause I'm like, I'm not putting that full 20 something minutes on Instagram. That's gonna be so fucked. I didn't see my brother or Aaron that day. But according to what Trev said, he said Aaron forgot his wallet or some shit. So he had to buy him dinner. And he's like, "Aaron, I know it's Valentine's Day and I'm buying you food, but I ain't fucking you later." Oh, they all burst out laughing. It's hilarious. So Aaron buy him food today. Right? He's like, "Lisa, I'm bringing food. You want food?" I'm like, "Nah," because I don't like his cooking, right? I don't like the hard working man taste. It just doesn't taste right. Anyways, because I was gone for 2 days, I had like 2 days, 3 days, I don't know, a couple days worth of work piled up for today, and I couldn't finish. So I'm like, whatever, I have to finish it tomorrow. Anyways, while I'm there, and I gave everybody all the stuff, right, the flowers and the macarons and things, and everybody's energy lightens up because Flowers is there with me, right? So I could feel him walking around the office. So I go see Michelle on them side, right? She said I'm gonna freeze, but then she said I look good. And then we were talking about Blackpink. She's like, if you get a chance to, because she's talking to me about how much she loves APT, right? It's nice when you guys do songs where like I can like hand gesture it, because like with the deaf guy, if he asked me what my favorite song is right now, I could tell him like this, right? Yeah, so Michelle's telling me how like that's her favorite song right now, and I was like, you know what, they might actually come. Who knows? Anyhow, she got so excited. She's like, you brought a card. She's like, you brought me a carnation. I was like, yeah. She said, you know, my mother used to grow this when I was younger. And I was like, no. So she was so happy. She's like, I'm naming the flower after you. I was like, okay, do as you please. And then I saw Diane. Diane's like, you're fucking crazy. She's like, you came here. You're on your day off, and you came here just to say Happy Valentine's Day. She's like, you're nuts. And I was like, nah. That's the most sane thing to do right now, because I boosted everybody's energy in that moment, right? And then I saw Demi. She got so excited. She's like, "Oh my god, you look so good." She said, "You know, I have a nephew that want to be part of my family." And I was like, "No, Demi." She got so offended. Like I was telling Erin this, right? She got so offended. She's like, "You don't want to be a part of my family?" And I was like, coming from the woman who told me, "Oh yeah, go to the Philippines and find mans 1 through 3." I'm like, your nephew's gonna be man 4, okay? Like according to your fucking logic. Yeah, I was telling Erin, I'm like, she's so offended, but I can't tell her, oh yeah, I read and like I'm suicidal and like you know, like I could give her every reason, like it's not gonna work. Yeah, and then that was Friday. Then all the leftover, like the tarts and things, because I brought that mostly for Mom, Dad, and Tonesy. I came home, it's just Tonesy and me. He's like, "Lisa, you brought presents?" I was like, "Yeah." Because I know he didn't eat anything for the day. I was like, oh god. Tonesy won't do anything without me. He's not gonna be, he doesn't eat without me, he doesn't sleep, he doesn't do anything without me. Which is really annoying. He's such a dumb bitch. So I'm like, yo, what did you eat? He said nothing. I'm like, me too. So I'm like, okay. here's the sweet stuff. I gotta go do this stuff, and then we can eat together, okay? So then we end up eating some of the tarts and things together. And I say one last macro, and I'm like, yeah, we have to share it now. And then, because I don't think he had school that day. He started, he started lecturing me. He's like, Lisa, I didn't learn anything, so I'm gonna have you learn something, right? So he starts telling me all about Singles Awareness Day. Tell him the next day, and I was like, what in the fuck? Why am I getting this lecture from you? It's like, I didn't feed you for that reason. What in the fuck? Yeah, so then I came on was with Tonesy. Then I exported all the footage from my phone, right? Because I gotta like move everything from here and then to the computer. So that takes a while. Then do all the rough cuts and then sleep because I'm tired as hell. And then, so the first thing I do is pull out all the footage. And then the second thing I do is import everything, which takes a while. Then I rough cut all the footage, so I got an understanding of how I'm gonna fit it together, the puzzle pieces. And then I fine cut last, right, where it's like, where it kind of like flows a bit better. I got it as good as I could. Anyhow. And then I'm looking at this and I'm like, it's too long. I'm like, I need to cut this more. But I'm like, it's aespa. It'd be like, I can't cut it more. Like, I want to like leave in all the full songs, but I can't. Anyways, I hope they come back again. I can't wait for 127 to come because when they came last time, Kick It didn't come out yet. So I know for sure they're going to perform that song. I'm not going to miss it. Yeah, and then after that, I spent the rest of the days editing. And then Christine dropped the new collection. I have to order that. I haven't decided which one yet. I'm only halfway through the stream. Because I was editing, okay? I can't be everywhere at once, okay? I can only focus on one thing at a time. I got tunnel vision, you know that. Oh my god, it's gonna be half an hour. I don't want the video to cut, so I'm gonna go now. Or you guys want to finish eating dinner with me? Like, I'm just gonna be running my mouth. Oh, I saw Earthquake too. I didn't get to show Michelle, damn it. That song's so good. What else happened? I didn't go through the playlist yet. I don't think anything happened today. K-pop 2025. Let's see what's going on. 0 base one's on the 24th. Okay. March looks like it's gonna be busy. Oh yeah, thing. Jordan told me his favorite group's NMIXX. aespa's gonna come back. Oh, I can't wait. I hope they enjoyed the snow when they were here. Oh god, I really hope you guys can't hear me too. It's so noisy, eh? Last thing before I go. The coloring book I ordered for Sketch came in the mail. So I want to open it now. All the fucking knives are dull. I need something sharper. There's a nice way to open this, but I don't do nice. Like the 10th anniversary version of this. I remember coloring this one. And the well's still in here too. Oh my god, I feel old. Like this is this old, Jesus. I remember coloring this one too. That should be on my feed. You guys should be able to see that there. That was from like way back. And these ones too. This sunflower one was the one that the reason why I bought this book, and then all that like happened that year. I'm just flipping through it to see if there's any like different pages in here because it says there's like new pages, but I don't know if I see anything different. Anyways, I hope she likes it. I'm gonna give it to her tomorrow. She's gonna be like, what in the hell? With one of these pens. It's black and blue ink. She's gonna be like, I don't need it, but I'm like, this is my color. So I'm like, I'm gonna give her this one. Because I like black ink, but I know they prefer blue ink. I gotta give her a nice looking one. They all look the same. Remember, she said I was her favorite, so I gotta give her the best of the best, right? This one. Okay, I think that's it for updates. I just have to prep for the next concert now. Then I can get a break. Knock on wood. Where is Espa going now? Where are they going after Toronto? Let's see. Wow, they're heading to the UK. Okay. You're gonna be in Europe. London, then Paris, then Amsterdam, then Germany, then Spain, then back to the US. Oh no, no, just Spain. Okay. That was so much fun that night. So, let me see. Toronto, Chicago, London, Paris, Amsterdam, Germany, Spain. Oh, and then back to Korea. Okay. 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 I don't want to talk about the heavy stuff yet because that's gonna take me a while. I'm not in the energy for that yet. So I'll let the concert stuff finish first, and then we'll see what happens from there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting to tell you guys. I don't think so. Tomorrow's gonna be busy, so I mean, gotta make sure I get some sleep. I'm gonna see if I can finish watching the stream, and then get some sleep, and then we're gonna party today, tomorrow. So. And then I gotta plan for the concert. Anything else I gotta do? I can't read right now. Long story. It happened before Flower Show back up here. I guess you guys are just gonna sit here and watch me eat now because there's nothing else I think I'm forgetting to talk about. Espo was worth the money. I had no doubt in my mind. When I told Michelle, because she asked me, she's like, how much it cost? She's like, oh my god, Felicia, you did? And I'm like, yeah, I did. If Blackpink come here for a third time, I'm gonna make sure I don't miss that one. But I don't think I'll get good seats, right? And if they come, I want to get all the solo stuff. I don't want the old stuff. The energy's different now. Speaking of which, Winter might go solo soon because I can feel it. Not yet though. You gotta wait for the foundation to build first, and then she can drop her soul. See, Blackpink were here in 2019 and 2022. 2025 now. Either they come this year or next year. I don't know. How'd I go from opening albums to wasting all my money on concert stuff now? I want to see Mantra, New Woman, Earthquake, APT. I want to see all of those live. And that'll be fun. I made sure to get 127 tickets this time because I'm like, Kick It's gonna play. Kick It, Fact Check. What else is there? Yeah, like those two I mainly want to hear. I should be in a good spot to record there too. I'm just gonna keep going till the video cuts. I'm not gonna peel this in one go.